What's up, data? So let's do a complete updated multi-time frame analysis of Aussie dollar, Euro dollar, and British pound US dollar. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in three of these USD pairs, as they're giving us a significant trading opportunity on the lower time frame. Now, before we discuss what it is, let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis, and then we'll jump onto this time frame to see how we can trade all this instrument. Now, starting with first of all Aussie dollar to see a bigger picture what's happening in the market. We'll be looking at the monthly time frame first. Now, Aussie dollar, as you can see, this is the monthly candle, and this is the last week of the month. We could potentially see a very significant movement in this instrument. Now, this monthly candle, if you closely look at the bigger picture, what do you see? That Aussie dollar over the long term in a very strong bearish move. As you can see, dollar getting stronger, and Aussie dollar has given us a very strong bearish movement to the downside. Now, if you closely look at the previous months, this is a very strong bearish engulfer that has grabbed the liquidity from this support broken, acted as a resistance, and we have seen the price penetrated above this support level and then rejected down, broke all these monthly level of support, and then closed with a strong bearish engulfer, followed by this month. So was what we see that Aussie dollar has given a very long bearish candle. Now, what I think that the price might retrace to the upside before monthly close, but is still we have couple of days to go in this week, and what I think that we could have another wave of drop, as this is a very long term bearish market. We only can think of selling in this market. Now, monthly, we see a very strong drop possibility. Weekly perspective, you can see that there is a huge probability now for dropping on the weekly time frame. If you look at this chart, you see that there is a very textbook head and shoulder pattern on Aussie dollar, and from that head and shoulder what we have seen, Aussie dollar has broken down. Now, as you can see, this is a long-term bearish market, created a head and shoulder signaling for a big drop to the downside, and as a result we have seen there was a bearish engulfer has broken out of this head and shoulder, grabbing liquidity, tested this neckline of this head and shoulder, this previous support zone, as a resistance, and we have seen a very strong drop on Aussie dollar, followed by previous week also a bearish candle. This week so far we have seen a primary drop, and what I think that, as you can see, this is a very strongly falling market. Buyers may not be able to push that price that much high. We could potentially see further drop on the weekly time frame perspective. Now, if we go to the daily time frame, we see potential for trading opportunity now on the daily as well. First of all, if you closely look at this pattern, price action and candlestick pattern, we see that there was a daily as well. There is a head and shoulder here, and then has broken down. This is a typical downtrending market structure. Now the price has broken out of this head and shoulder, tested with this doji on the daily time frame, the neckline of this head and shoulder, and we have seen a breakdown back to back 2 days, again strong drop. Now at this point what we can see that Aussie dollar, this is the daily candle, what we see primarily the price is going up, meaning that we can find another possible selling opportunity, as when there is a falling market, in a retracement is the best place for selling. Now, to do that, if we go to the intraday time frame, we can see possible structure. As you can see, this is the 4 hour time frame, and we can find a nice looking bearish price action. If you draw this trend line, that is, if we extend that trend line to the other side, what do we see? That this previous support zone on the 4 hour time frame, support here acting as a resistance, quite a few intraday candlestick acted here as a resistance, and what we see that Aussie dollar now currently with this candle testing this previous resistance zone again, which is acting this support acting as a resistance, and the price is testing this zone. Now if we look at the fundamental side, what we see that there will be a news announcement which is Paul is speaking that can give us a really big edge for this trade. As you can see, Aussie dollar after this bearish structure has broke down with a strong impulse. Now the price is testing this resistance. What I'm expecting Aussie dollar to break this resistance during this news announcement, probably it will be best if we test this 20 period moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and that is where there is a huge probability for shorting Aussie dollar. Either it is breaking this resistance, or without breaking, as soon as we will find suitable entry opportunity according to the rules of our strategies from this zone, we'll consider shorting Aussie dollar with a high probability trade setup with our students. Now let's jump on to euro dollar. Now euro dollar, like the Aussie dollar, doing the same kind of pattern, that as you have seen there was a gap opening yesterday in the first day of trading, and with that gap opening we have secured back to back two profitable trades from this zone, probably you have seen in the live streaming yesterday. Now let's jump on to higher time frame to see now how it is evolving another trading opportunity. Now on the monthly perspective in euro dollar, as I mentioned in all my analysis, euro dollar is highly bearish. Starting from here, this is a very important liquidity zone. As you can see in this big movement, there is one green candle that has not been complying with this movement, that can give us a really good trading opportunity. And that on the monthly perspective we have seen this is a high liquidity zone, and from that zone what we have seen, the price grab liquidity on the monthly, created this monthly middleman, and with that middleman this month, as expected, the price reached this important level of liquidity zone retracement level for this, for current monthly candle, and we have seen again rejection to the downside. At this point, what I think that the price, as I mentioned, in Aussie dollar, in euro dollar as well, we could have another wave of drop on this one as well, as this is a strongly falling market. What is falling is likely to fall. That's the law of trading. Now let's look at weekly perspective. Now this is the weekly candle where we can see there is a gap opening that can give us a further possibility to drop. Now, if you look at the weekly market structure, which is absolutely bearish, now you can see it's a typical downtrending market structure, creating series of lower high and lower low. So that is what we can say that as strongly falling market. Currently you can see this is the weekly candle, second day of the week, the price is almost where it has opened. That can give us another shorting opportunity in euro dollar. Now looking at the daily time frame, we see that euro dollar now pushing high after the previous days. This is another middleman with this gap opening. What I think that the price is going to a zone where we can find possible shorting opportunity again. What I think that euro dollar today probably might come around 50% of this zone, probably at the top of this gap opening. There is one probability. Another probability is to break the previous day's high and then to be rejected. So this is the zone that I will be actively watching for a potential shorting opportunity. What I think that the best possibility for this trade, as you can see, this is the high of the previous days, and what I think during the news announcement we could potentially see break of this high and test of this 20 period moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and that is where we can potentially find suitable entry opportunity. If this is happening, then definitely I will consider shorting euro dollar again according to the rules of our strategies with our students with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at British pound US dollar. Now, like euro dollar, Aussie dollar, British pound US dollar is highly bearish. Looks like there is a little bit strongly bearish than euro dollar, especially from Aussie dollar, as GBP looking like very weaker. Now let's look at quickly monthly as well. As you can see in British pound US dollar, the price is below this monthly level of support zone. There is no significant level of support since 1985. That's ridiculous. Now the price has dropped a lot. We could see significant retracement to the upside before monthly close, but what I think that we may have another wave of drop, as couple of days is still remaining in this month, so we can expect like other instrument a drop on British pound US dollar. Now looking at the weekly perspective, we have another probability for selling British pound US dollar, as this is where the weekly opening with a gap, the price is almost there above the opening, so that can give us a possible another shorting opportunity on British pound US dollar. Looking at the daily, we see past day there was a candle that is to me it's a highly bearish. At least we can expect certain level to come down for a significant retracement. Now still we need a price action confirmation for shorting, as trading is all about price action and understanding the candlestick pattern. Now what we see, this is the high of the daily and there is a gap opening, the price is now coming in this zone. Now looking at the 4 hour, we see that this is the daily. However, there is a in the 4 hour time frame there is a 20 period moving average like other all other instrument. What I'm expecting for British pound US dollar to test this 20 period moving average, probably will create a false breakout to the upside and then strongly to create a bearish price action. As soon as I will find that, I'll consider shorting British pound US dollar with a high probability trade setup with our students. If you find value in this analysis, then don't forget to smash the like button and also hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. See you soon in my next analysis.